Hi everyone, welcome back. Myself Inayat, you are watching YouTube channel Taskmaster. So in this video we shall learn about the solid features in Creo parametric, how to create these solid features. So in this video particularly I am concentrating on the extrude feature, how to create the extrude feature. We shall see the procedure step by step in detail. So before that, just I want to give the brief introduction or brief meaning of the extrude. So what is extrude tool? The extrude tool is used to create the solids by using the volume swept by a closed sketch during its perpendicular moment. Means perpendicular moment here is nothing but the height of the that particular part or particular feature. Okay, so let's start the um, here procedure. So here I am creating a new part to demonstrate. To create the new part, let's start from new. New, you can directly click um, from the this ribbon, or from the file you can open, or from the quick access tools if you configured here. Okay, here I opened the new dialog box is opened here. So here I am creating the part, that's why I selected or it's the default, it will appear as a part. If you want to create something, you have to click here. Here I am selecting the part. In subtype you have to select what you are going to do, solid, sheet metal or bulk. So this feature we can see in future videos. So here I am selecting the solid as a subtype. So here use default template is I'm unchecking because I don't want to use default units which is set by the system. So here give the name anything. I'm giving name as extrude underscore demo 1 and click OK. Here you have to select the units, template units, which unit you want. Here I am selecting the mm and s, that is millimeter, newton and seconds stand for. Select OK. So in Creo parametric, here Creo parametric is nothing but any version. If you have Creo 2.0, 3.0 or 4.0 and 5.0, the procedure here is same. So when you open the new part creation, here the default three planes is appear in your screen. That is, you can see here in your model tree the right, top and front. So you can select whatever plane you want as per your requirement. Okay, so from the as you aware, this is the ribbon area. From ribbon area directly you can select extrude here, or if it's not appearing here, you here click on the shape pull down menu. Here you will find the some list, available list. So extrude also the part of shapes category here in Creo parametric. Okay, so to create extrude, directly click on the extrude. Here the extrude contextual dialogues or contextual tab will display here. From here you can use the options available. So after clicking on the extrude, click on the placement. Here after the clicking on the placement, here you will get two options. One is sketch and then define. So if you have already predefined sketch, you can directly select the sketch from the available. But here in this video I am showing from the define mode how to define, and click define, and the sketch um, the dialog box will appear here. It will ask you to select the plane first. Okay, plane you can directly select from the screen, or you can select the plane from the model tree. So here I'm selecting from the model tree. I need the front plane. Here select, and here see, in the sketch dialog box there are some options. The sketch view direction, you can flip the direction as per your requirement. And reference, the default it will take the reference planes based on the primary plane whichever you will select. So here you need not to be worry. And only the thing is, here if you want to change the as per your requirement the orientation, then only you have to worry, and you have to select the required orientation here. So here, in this video or in this tutorial, I am selecting the default whatever the orientation available here, and click on the sketch. So after defining all the requirements of the sketch creation, so here see, option is there. Sketch view orientation means the orientation, the means plane where you are sketching, that uh, will come on the screen perpendicular to the screen if you click this one. Okay, so this is, you can configure once you say the sketch define, then it will appear that you can configure. So that also I will show you in later images, sorry, later videos. Okay, so here from the available sketching tools, in the mm, ribbon area, you select whatever you require the geometry you want to build. So here see, I'm selecting the reference. Just before starting the sketch, just one thing, keep in mind that you have to define the references. So defaultly it will take the references like right and left or top, whatever available default. So in particularly if you want some other references, you can select. Okay, if you have other some axes or some other planes. Okay, here I'm going with the default, and for the purpose of sketching better way, actually this is my practice. You need not to be follow this practice, or you can use symmetry method, or whatever you like, uh, your method. So here I am drawing one uh, rectangular, just to I have taken as a symmetry, just 100 by 50, inputting this one. Then what I will do, just I will add, sorry, uh, just for the better understanding. So again you can use this as a symmetry. Okay, give the some dimension 40. Okay, and here you have to keep in mind that the sketch should be incomplete, closed, otherwise the extrude will not happen. So for the review, what you have to do is, here the option available, the feature requirement, you can see feature requirement. If you click feature requirement, it will shows that what are the requirement of the complete sketch profile. Section must contain the geometric entities, the feature specific requirements. If you added some, if you are adding some other sketches here, then it will show other requirement also. And here in the inspect tool, there are three options available. It will show that if your entity has overlapping geometry, like see overlapping geometry, it will show that in the red lines, like that entity is overlapping. Or if there is a open sketches, like that here some, if you have some gap in between corners or something, it will show the open entities ends. And also one more is shade closed loop option is there, as like appearing in the screen, it will show like this. Okay, so you can simply click in this one, it will show that whether your profile is closed entity or closed loop sketch or not. Okay, after this sketch drawn, click on the OK, which is available in the ribbon area. If you don't want to continue, click on the cancel. Okay, here I'm continuing with OK. So as soon as you click on OK, so again the here extrude contextual tab will appear with the some options, not some option, with the so many available options. So those options are useful for the completing the extrude. So here just if you see, defaultly it is taken some amount of height or depth value. Here if you say OK, your extrude is completed, basic extrude completed. So here I am continuing you to show some other options. Here in pull down menu there are three options available. Actually not three options, there are another three to total six options available, because based on the where you are extruding, because this is the base sketch, other two are disabled here. Okay, first one is the blind, what we called is blind extrude from the sketch plane by specified depth, means whatever the value you are inputting here, it will take. For example, here I'm inputting the 150 mm, so 150 mm height or depth, this sketch is taken. If you say OK, then this is your basic extrude is completed. So see here, this is how it is extruded. It means from the base plane it is extruded. So again if you go click edit definition, then again your extrude tab will appear here. In this again I will show the one more option, that is the symmetry, what we call simply symmetry, means extrude in the same depth at from both side with the reference plane. See if you I clicked here, so it is taken from the this plane. Earlier it was from base plane, now it's became a middle plane of this part are extruded. This here 150 mm I inputted a value, now it is 75 mm each side from this reference plane. Okay, if you want to say OK, then this is again completed. Then again one more option in the same, here one more means extrude to selected point, curve or plane. Here I don't have any plane or curve, so it will not take. For that I have to add some plane or curve or points, so this will see in feature videos. I will show this one. Okay, so if you say OK, so this is your basic extrude is completed. Okay, so apart from this there are so many options available that I will show here. Again go to the edit feature. So here one option called the thicken, means if you want the a part or extruded model in some amount of thickness. See if I clicked on this one, it will take as a thicken. Means see, this is taken as a some amount of here it is 1.28 mm. So suppose I want the this wall thickness or this part thickness is 1.5 mm, then easily you can build just in one click, thicken, okay. Okay, and again there are so many options, three options available. You can thicken pliff on the, now it is taken as taken inside. If you want outside, it will take us outside, or if you click on this line, it will take both side. Means 1.5 mm from the 1.5 divided by 2, it will take from the center. So this is one option available. If you opt to the thicken, this is one option. Again there is some other options available. Now I am disabling this one. So here one more option available, that is extrude as a surface. So now see, defaultly it is in the extrude as a solid mode. If you want to extrude any part or any your profile as a surface, just you click on this one, it will take means it will convert as a surface. See now, so how to differentiate, I think solid and surface is just you can see wireframe. So wireframe, it will take as a purple lines, whatever the extruded is there, no? That will show as a purple. If you convert this into the solid, this will be in other colors like white color, white, or it's again this coloring is depending upon the whatever your background color. Okay, so this is how you can differentiate between a solid model and surface model. Okay, so again this surface in Creo parametric, there is a separate what we called sub versions of surface modeling is there in Creo parametric, that we can see in future videos. I think this is the I think I covered all the options available in the here this you can yeah, one more option is available here. This you can find in option tab also. Here you can find depth in side 1 or side 2. So here if you just I will show once again. Click here, option, side 1, it is now it is taken as a symmetry, that's why it's not showing side 2. I will change this to blind. Okay, see, suppose there is a requirement that one side I need 100 mm depth and another side I need 50 mm depth. In that case, you use this option. So there is a depth side 1 side, depth side 2. Click on again blind. You can input the value, whatever value you want here. In this is way you can control the depth side. And again in the option there is a one more option available. See, if you want to create or there is some requirement that your parts need to be tapered or some drafted, then you can add that drafted angle also. So you can control here, or you can even add here also. So I need just a 2-degree tapered here. Then it is you can input the tapered angle from here, or you can control from this pointers here. So that's it. Okay, say okay. I think I covered all the basic. Yeah, one more here is property. Its property is nothing but here you can give the name whatever you want. Suppose tapered underscore part, just a, so it will take as that one. See, earlier it was only extrude, now you can um, rename, or again you can change the name here with the that whatever the particular feature name you want to give. So this is very helpful when you are have the hundreds together parts, that to identify which feature is belongs to which, to identify. This will helpful. Okay. Okay, yeah, this is all about extrude in cryoparametric. I hope this will be a clear understanding those who want to learn cryoparametric. This is the very first feature, means very first solid features in cryoparametric. I hope it's clear and you people understood. And if you have any doubt, just leave your questions in the comments. If you like this video, please like, share and comments. And those peoples who have the need, they at least they can learn from the available free sources in the YouTube. And thank you for watching once again. And I will back with the one more new video. That is, after this there is a series of revolve tutorial I will bring up after this one. And keep watching. Thank you once again. Bye.